Hello guys, today we have extremely important topic to discuss, and I think it's very useful for all people who apply for Canadian immigration. For almost 3 decades I'm involved in industry. Time and again we coming across situations when people ask fundamental questions. What would be the most powerful, most suggestible tips to successfully apply for permanent residency in Canada? We collected 3. And why we did that? Because you need just 3 to be successful. Tip number 1, pick the right immigration representative. And I'm extremely serious about that. First of all, how to pick the right one? Collect information. Maybe ask for referrals. Maybe contact first and research information about the person you're about to retain. And my little tip, but very powerful, try to avoid single practitioners. The reason being, they're single. They work sometimes from the cafe, from some home office. It's okay. It's fine. They're good people. But at the same time, if something happened to that one single practitioner, who will be on a backside? Who will support you? Who will cover for that single practitioner? Yes, of course, everybody will say, I have support team and this and that, but what don't you verify? For example, in our team, in our firm, we have multiple licensed professionals who can cover for each other just in case something, God forbid, happened to one of us. And you can contact multiple law firms, consultancy practices, and definitely pick the right one. The second point on this first suggestion is pick the right one based on experience. For example, when you pick your professional in medicine, how you pick one? Will you hire an ophthalmologist for your heart surgery? Of course not. Same thing goes here, and it's major. If people say, we practice immigration law, your next question would be, okay, which area? General? Or you practice some specialty? Like, for example, I go into court with refugees, or you practice business immigration, because those are rarer. And as we learn time and again, we have so many cases coming to us, and people complain about representatives because they're not qualified, they're not diligent enough, they lose their files, they forgot something to attach to the file. Who knows? Major point, summarizing everything on tip number 1, pick the right one. Remember what Mr. Winston Churchill said, trust but verify. Okay, tip number 2, how to proceed the right way. Well, first of all, you have to verify your background. And by verifying your background, you have to be very, very careful. All documents collected properly in line with government standards. Again, referring to tip number 1, pick the right one who knows what to collect. So, when you have the right documents, one is critical. Background information that you already provided to Immigration Canada or anywhere in the world for that matter. Because if you were refused, for example, into US application, why don't you collect that information, what you provided? Because now in North America, the systems are linked. And if you lie about that immigration application or did something different, you can be charged with misrepresentation. The last thing you need to do is to apply, try everything, do your best, and then realize, oh my God, 3 years ago when I applied for visitor visa and got refused, that application had slightly different information. Why it's critical? Well, first of all, it will prevent misrepresentation charges. And you already, if you follow in our channel, you already know what they are, 5-year ban. Who wants that, right? So that is critical. And again, collecting right documents, collecting documents on time, it's critical. It's crucial for your successful PR application. Now, tip number 3. Tip number 3 is to pick the right program. And why is important? Well, listen, if you want to apply to different schools, let's say you finish school, you apply for university or college. Will you apply simultaneously to 5? Maybe. But what if you apply to 1 and apply to different faculties? Well, that may be a problem, right? It may be confusing for people who assess your applications. What exactly do you want? Which program you pick? They're conflicting. In law, in the Act, in the Immigration Act, there is an exemption. You can apply for multiple programs, but you have to be very careful which programs you apply. For example, you apply for Atlantic Canada program and applying for Alberta PNP program. Both are provincial-based programs. Well, the must factor on both programs is you have to show intention to live in the province. You will be rejected from both because your applications contradict each other. See what I'm saying? This is very, very critical. And it's easy to avoid, but trust me, I see multiple cases when people come and say, oh my God, I got refused for this program because, oh, I applied for Quebec simultaneously, or I applied for something. Shopping around never been a good option for immigration. That is a summary of our 3 major tips. Now, how to summarize it, how to pick the right person, how to pick the right program, and how to verify your successful application. Here is a secret. We have pre-assessment form. It's free. So you can apply, you can try your chances, at least see what we say based on your background. It's free for you. And then, if necessary, order consultation. You have link below. So, pre-assessment form, you can find link below too. And consultation, you can order at any time. And then we can consult you on options that you face. By the way, don't forget to summarize everything. We have more than 80 programs in Canada to apply to be Canadian. How to pick the right one? Again, pre-assessment, it's free, it's perfect, and you know what to do now after going through this. Consultation, if you need to dig deeper and you're serious about this. Consultation is not free, but it's available for everyone who can order this. So, stay safe by staying informed. Like us? Well, I guess share. That will be very good. And leave a comment, because you might have something interesting to say. Don't forget it.